problems you might encounter when you abstain from sex for a long period of time. People normally abstain themselves from sex due to some reasons. Some people due to the past experience they had, and some people don't want to have sex until marriage or something. Because you are being abstained from sex, you may be curious about what might happen or what are the consequences if you abstain from sex for a longer period of time. You may be thinking of that. So what are the problems you might encounter when you abstain from sex for a longer period of time? Before we go on, I know I have a video on benefits of sex. If you want to have sex, benefits of having sex, I have a video on that, and I'll leave the link in the description box below, okay, so you can go and check off them. So let's get right into the video. Okay, welcome back. My name is Esla, and this is my YouTube channel, Esla Relationship Advice. I'm not the only person here to advise you. You're also here to advise me by leaving your comments in the comment section what you think of the videos I make. Okay, so let's get right into the video. What are the problems you might encounter when you abstain yourself from sex for a long period of time? Point 1. Stress and anxiety. In the course of intimate activities, a hormone is released called endorphin. And these endorphins are hormones that are released when your body feels pain or stress. They are released during a pleasurable activity such as massaging, eating, exercising, and sex. So during sexual activities, these hormones are released, and endorphins help reduce stress and pain. And during sexual activities, another hormone is also released called oxytocin. And controlling the consequences of stress and anxiety can be facilitated by these neurochemicals. Oxytocin also helps with sleep. After knacking, you can sleep very well. So research has shown that if you abstain from sex for a longer period of time, your hormones or your body will release these hormones less, which can make it very hard for you to cope with stress and anxiety. So if you want to be a person that can control your stress and anxiety, then you need to knack frequently, or 3 times in a week, or whatever you want to have it. So if these hormones are released less in your body, you cannot even sleep peacefully. Your stress and anxiety can increase. So as couples, you need to knack regularly so that your body can release these endorphins and oxytocin, so that you can cope well with stress and anxiety. Other than that, it will be hard for you to cope with stress and anxiety. Another problem you might encounter when you abstain yourself from sex for a long period of time is your blood pressure can spike. After a wonderful night of passionate love, everything in this world can be better for you, can feel better for you. Even though if you have deadline, you have pressure at work, you have trouble with certain things in your life, the fact that you are getting recruited can make all these problems seem manageable. So if you are having sex regularly as couples, it will decrease your blood pressure. But if you are not, it will make your blood pressure spike. After the troubles at work, everything, you have deadline, your boss said this, your children say this, you are very stressed. After all this, the fact that you have your energy, you will be getting recruited. All those stress out, all those blood that you have lost, you'll be recruited with another one. All these problems seem extremely manageable. So as couples, you need to knack frequently. Other than that, your blood pressure can spike. So those are the problems if you are not knacking frequently, if you are not having intimate affairs frequently, your blood pressure can spike. So if you want the benefit of sex, you can link up to that video. I will leave the link in the description box below. What sex do to our body. Okay, so it might make your blood pressure spike, so you need to knock frequently. So studies have shown that people who engage in romantic relationship had low blood pressure than people who do not. Okay. Point 3. Another problem you might encounter when you abstain yourself from sex for a long period of time is weakened vaginal wall. As a woman, if you engage in sex or have intimacy more, it makes your vaginal wall tissue stronger, which causes it to become loose and thin. But conversely, as a woman, if you do not engage in enough intimacy, this vaginal wall tissue becomes weak and dry out, which causes it to be more fragile. So if you have sex regularly, or if you engage in intimacy enough, if you have more intimacy, these vaginal tissues are stronger. But if it does not, they become more dry and become more fragile. Point number 4, reduce intimate desire. That's another problem you might encounter when you abstain from sex. It will reduce your intimate desire. The desire to, the urge to have sex, it will reduce it. Since you are not engaging in sex as couples, it will reduce your desire for having sex. So no matter whatever you pass through, some people, just because they feel like they've gone through some phases in life and which make them to abstain or to hate sex, they does not enjoy sex, maybe their partner does not do it well for them, they decided to stay away from sex. The more you stay away from sex, the more your urge, or it will reduce the desire of you having sex in the future. You will not be feeling for it. So as couple, to strengthen your relationship, to strengthen your marriage, you need to have enough intimacy, so that it does not make your marriage or your relationship boring. No matter what, you have to satisfy each other in bed like never before. But if it does not engage in regular intimacy, your desire, the ability or the drive to have sex vanish. You don't have that desire again. Point 5, low libido. Your libido all will be gone. You don't feel for sex. You don't have any feeling. Just because you have stayed a lot, or you have stayed too much longer than expected. Another problem you might encounter when you abstain yourself from sex for a longer period of time is weakened bladder. You already know that having an intimate relationship is the best workout for your kegel muscles. It is the best exercise or workout for your kegel muscles, which supports your bladder ability to retain urine. Studies have shown that if you don't engage in regular intimacy, you'll be going to the restroom too often, because this intimacy or having sex with your partner is the best workout for your kegel muscle, and they retain the urine. So if you do not engage in frequent intimacy, then you'll be going to the washroom quick to urinate, unless you are doing different kegel exercise. Other than that, small time you go to the washroom, small time you are going to the washroom, because these sexual activities, they support or they give the ability to your bladder to control urine or to retain the urine. So if you are not having sex, the bladder will become weak, which will make you to be going to washroom quick. So these are the problems I've made research on, that if you do not engage in regular intimacy, you might face these problems. and I also have a video on benefits of having sex. So I'll leave that link in the description box below for you to check it out. Okay, so I hope you have learned something from this video, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Support your girl. Okay, till I see you in my next video. Stay blessed. Bye.